Hey, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you sliding through.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on here.
I appreciate it, bro. No doubt, man. No doubt, man. So for the people that don't know you that may view this, get into a little bit of who is Marquise.
Marquise is just basically a guy that's just basically trying to make it out here.
Right.
We all got families to feed. We all got opportunities. We all got dreams. We all got things that we want to do in life. My brand is basically versatile lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Versatile lifestyle basically touches a lot of things that a lot of people don't know. It's not all about photo shoots. It's also about branding other companies. Basically, I started out with basically doing clothing. That's how I started. And then next thing you know, I just started doing photo shoots. Picked up a camera, learned that, and then just went on from there and started branding off on other things that I just wanted to do. That's basically about me. Versatile me is just basically about touching on avenues that whatever you can. Anything you get your hands on, get your hands on. Why not? At the end of the day, it's like most of these millionaires have multiple incomes. And that's how you become a millionaire. You can't just have one income at the end of the day. So that's my plan at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's good though. So walk me through this because you said that you started off wanting to be just a clothing brand, but then you said you picked up a camera and then you got into photography and videography. So what made you want to go from? Because I remember we went to school together. For the people that may not know, so what made you go from football to clothing?
It just was. Football, I was just following the dream. You know what I mean? I wanted to play football. I wanted to play basketball. That was where the heart, that's what the soul was at.
Yeah.
And just from that, like my grandfather always had a camera. He just always, like, wherever we had an event, he always pulled a camera out, whatever the case may be. So that's something that I just picked up and a little bit learned from him. But after with football, I messed my knee up. So I stopped playing football. And next thing you know, I started working. I went to school for a trade. I picked up electricity. So a lot of people also don't know, I do construction work. I'm a basic electrician, stuff like that. So with just picking that up, it was like a couple of times I started looking at like different brands and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of wearing stuff that everybody else got. I'm tired of like going out here. I can make that. I'm tired of just wearing other people's brand when I could just wear my own. I just wanted to basically walk in a room and basically have something knowing that's mine.
Right.
Basically wanted to brand that. Like my first brand was basically, it was called Vision. It wasn't versatile. A lot of people don't know this. It was Vision. The reason why I chose Vision is because nobody sees your vision through your eyes but you, and nobody understands what you're going through but yourself. And that's where a lot of people fall into their dreams not going. Nobody's going to understand or what's going on with you because it's your vision. Right. But the reason why I didn't do Vision is because I was living Vision. I was doing research, and somebody in Chicago basically already had the name. So I started just looking around, searching, and thinking about it, and I was just hit up. I was like, versatile. Versatile just represents me. Like, I do construction. I do this. I just try to get, even like in my work ethic, when I'm at work or whatever the case may be, I try to touch and I try to learn everything that what I'm doing. If you sit there and learn one thing, you're not going to succeed in life. You're not going to succeed in that job field. So that's just my mindset also. I try to learn everything that's around me to make me a better person.
So it's wiser because I've heard of that before, but you go into that trade school after you realize that football was something you wanted to pursue. People don't understand how important that is because, God forbid this doesn't work out and then the photography and videography doesn't work out. You still have that trade that's essential to fall back on. Electricians will never go out of style. Now, people may change their opinions on clothes and how they want their photo shoots or whatever, but electricians will never go out of style. So you essentially created something for yourself that, it's a fallback plan, but it's also a part of the big grand scheme of things, right?
Yes. It's basically the big scheme of things, Like, I like working with my hands. It's like in sports. Sports is all about hands. I used to pick up a football, now I pick up a tool at the end of the day. And it's all about just making your life easier. Like, I go to work and I enjoy what I do. I work for Tesla. I do electrical for them. Like, I enjoy doing that. I enjoy waking up going to work. Some people in this life, they hate going to work. That's not me. Like, I enjoy waking up in the morning, going to do what I got to do, whatever. And then, like I said, a lot of people don't know, like, that's what I do. And then even, like, doing with, like, my brand and my everyday lifestyle just working, time management, that can be, it can be tough. Like I come home, maybe tired, but I gotta do these videos. Like, yeah, it's like right now, like I'm kind of behind on video. I'm behind on videos. I'm behind on photo shoots, but it's just like, it's all about time management, and it's just trying to get it done at the end of the day.
And I think people don't understand, like you just said, with time management, what goes into being an entrepreneur, or just even trying to, pursue a different level of your career or a side hustle, so to speak. Like that time that you have outside of your 9 to 5 to really work on you is crucial. Now, people beat themselves up when they obviously don't get into it. Like you said, you're behind, but you understand, like, that's not going to last long. Like, whether you get done this podcast and get right to it, or maybe that happens tomorrow, but you understand that it's only going to get done because of you. So you set it aside in your schedule as something important to get done. So I wanted to kind of talk about planning to succeed, because you've clearly done that with multiple avenues of what you're trying to pursue. And a lot of people don't understand that when they set out to do something, that they need a plan. So can you kind of break that down for people that may feel like they're stuck in kind of building that plan for themselves, a success plan, so to speak?
Yeah, successful plan. That's funny that you talk about that, because like me starting off, it was really no plan. It just was like, I'm just going in for it and just taking off, and that's just how it was. But more and more I sit down, and more I sit there and think about, like, what is my alternate plan of basically versatile lifestyle, like what I want to do. And my basic plan is basically, it's more of being a photographer or whatever, using my photography skills to also brand other companies, to help other people, you know what I mean? If they may need a commercial or something like that, I just don't take photo shoots. We could do a short clip to explain like what you do and stuff like that. So your customers can see that at the end of the day. And it just was some fact, like at the end of the day, a lot of people think it's all about money. It's not all about money at all. But just with working with people and businesses, there's times that I did certain things for free just to get my name out there, or just to get your name out there. It's just, it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta put your business out for business to come back at the end of the day. But it's just, like I said, you just gotta sit down and like get a book, write it down, like your end goal at the end of this. What do you really want to focus on? Do you want your end goal is to help other people? Is your end goal is to grow to the top? Is your end goal is just to be successful and just live a happy life? And a lot of people think, to me, a lot of people think being successful is being rich. It's not. Just because a lot of people do a side hustle and just want to make money. And I feel like that's not really how you succeed. You just gotta have a passion for it. You just gotta go for it and do what you want to do at the end of the day. Because like I said, even with me doing clothing, it was somewhat of a passion, but it was just something like, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, I want to wear something that nobody else got. And then the more and more I got into it, doing clothing, I was trying to do photo shoots, and I was like, yo, I could pick up a camera and learn this easy. Yeah. So I picked up a camera, and I almost self-taught myself how to use my camera. And that's another thing. I mean, I had help by one of my boys. He helped me out here and there. You know what I mean? That's another thing. A lot of people are like, you gotta find your circle that's not selfish at the end of the day. You know what I mean? People that's willing to step aside and also teach you. And that's something that I've also took aside. I mean, finding people that I can sit there and teach, and it's not really all about money at the end of the day. But I just say for people that's just trying to be successful in time management is like, get a little notebook. Like I got a little notebook, you know what I mean? A little notebook at the end of the day. And it even has stuff that I do for my regular job that I just write down and just go day by day or what I'm doing. And that helps also. Like even in my phone, like I use the notes. Anytime like I may think of something, I may write it down, I use notes at the end of the day. So that's really what it's about.
And like to kind of keep it on what you said earlier, because I think like I said, that's real crucial, because I've been getting better at that with myself, so to speak, like just trying to do multiple things. Like from the outside looking in, it seems like you make it look easy. So certain people can look at it like, well, Keith, that's easy for you to say. You've been doing X, Y, and Z, and they don't know. Sometimes Keith's going to get 4 hours of sleep in the night. Sometimes it's going to be 6, sometimes it's going to be 8. So what makes you help people without the expectation of a favor in return or money?
It's just the heart. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the type of person that I am. You know what I mean? I'll basically I'll spend my last on you before I spend it on myself. That's just actually the type of person that I am. And that's just me. I mean, sometimes it may put me in the hole. And at the end of the day, it is what it is, but I know eventually I'm gonna get out of that hole. Eventually I'm gonna work hard to get back to whatever I need at the end of the day. And I always look at it, if you do a favor, that favor it's gonna come back. It may not come back from that person, but eventually down the line it's gonna come back from somebody at the end of the day. And it's like if you helping other people and expecting something back, you're helping for the wrong reasons. That's just one thing. It's just like you said, it's not easy. It looks easy. I put a video together, I may do a photo shoot, and then bang, it goes out. Everybody see just the finished product. Matter of fact, a prime example. Before we got on this Zoom call, I was working on 2 videos. Computer crashed, lost 2 videos. Damn. Now I gotta restart.
Yeah, that's the worst, bro.
Restart.
I can tell you from making like YouTube videos, like when stuff like that happens, whether it be my phone or my tablet, bro, I'll be sick. Like, yeah.
Like and that video gotta be done by Saturday. Because I mean, what I try to do, like I said, with time management, every person that I try to work with, I tell them like, give me a week, and I'll have something in return with you.
Mm-hmm.
I try to have my turnaround ratio to be a week. Sometimes it may happen, sometimes it doesn't. You know what I mean? It's just it could just get tough. Sometimes, like I feel like right now, like it's actually booming fast. Like I've been booked every week. That's not something I expected.
Yeah. It's
not something that I just expected to take off like this. And it's like I may book an event and leave that event with 2 other bookings in a month. And it's like, sheesh, like it's just booming.
Right. So that transition from you making clothes to picking up that camera, like you said, it's always kind of been part of your life, but not in your life like you've been controlling that, but it's always been around you. So do you find that process of building a brand as I guess a clothing ambassador the same or a little bit tougher or maybe easier because it seems like you have a little bit more passion for videography, so to speak. So did you find that grind easier than the grind starting a clothing brand?
Yeah, I find the photography grind is way easy. Not easier, it's just more of a passion that basically what I looked at. You know what I mean? My clothing line is still out there. It still can come. You know what I mean? I still want to put it out. But I want to put it out with good quality, number one. And that was another main focus. That's the reason why I never really put like major stuff out. Like I want to find good quality and put it out. I kind of want to have a reason behind it. You know what I mean? My thing is versatile lifestyle. The abbreviation is basically VST. Also with versatile lifestyle, I use the brand, the logo, not the logo, my slogan is also adapt to your beauty. So versatile is basically all about adapting to your beauty, especially with females. Females, at the end of the day, you are beautiful. They are beautiful in any type of way. Yeah. And it's like, it's just how you look at them at the end of the day. They have their own features, and that makes you beautiful at the end of the day. So basically, like I said, with versatile, that's what I'm doing at the end of the day, with adapt to your beauty.
So with the videography, because I think what it is, and I think the reason why that field is booming, because if you can make someone feel and look important than they already are in some cases, or just more important than they feel in that moment, you feel like that's the reason why certain people can go to a videographer or photographer for work. Yeah,
at the end of the day, I feel like our generation, just with the social networking, with Instagram, Facebook, if you look at it, like our generation is a minute. They live in the moment. They want to capture everything in a minute. They want to see something in a minute. My thing is, if you have a party or whatever the case may be, and I can capture 4 hours and turn it into 1 minute, it sounds hard, but it can happen. That's basically what my focus on. My focus is basically making you the life of your party at the end of the day in 1 minute. Or even, my videos average between 2.5 minutes. But that's what is my focus is making you be the life of your party, even your business. Basically explaining what you're doing in your business in a minute so your customers can come to you at the end of the day. Like I said, I've been working with two brands, Her Beauty Service, also, and I Still Dance, I Still Bartend.
Yeah,
You know
shout out to Pooh.
Yeah, them two has been like a big support from this day one. I feel like them two is just basically, they gave me the opportunity to show the world what I can do.
Yeah.
And they were basically my two first people that actually believed in me before I believed in myself.
Right.
So yeah, it was just like, and like them two companies are growing. They're locally, they're growing. And then as me working, not really noticing what I was doing, especially what doing with Her Beauty Service. It's basically, I would go there and record her doing facials, massages, and make a video out of it. It's basically a commercial for her.
Yeah.
Brandon, her company, is getting people on a one-on-one basis of what she does every day, how she works. And not knowing, like I said, it turns into, it's not just video photography, it's just not photos. You're branding someone of that company. You're helping that company grow. That company's helping you grow also by getting your videos out there. People see, oh, who did your video? Oh, Versatile Lifestyle. Oh, okay. So it's basically like, that's what you're getting back. You're getting that back at the end of the day.
And that's crazy because you said like they really helped your the world see your talents. Like even myself, and I'm not sure if you can agree or you can attest to this, but I'll let you dive in once I get this point out. I underestimated how many people wanted to see me win outside of my circle than I really thought. Because in the beginning, you always think like, we always think, what are people going to think about what we're trying to offer? And then you start to get certain support from areas. You're like, damn, you was waiting for me to drop something? Damn, you too? Oh, all right, well, let's do it. You feel me? So is that how you kind of felt when you got that support from those two brands?
Yeah, when I got the support from the two brands, it's just like, at the end of the day, even when you're in sports, you're playing sports at the end of the day, coach always tell you, you never know who's watching.
Yeah, facts.
And that's basically what's happening right now. You never know who's watching your videos. You never know really who's paying attention to it. And it's just like, at the end of the day, how the world works, it's like, by you doing good, you really don't get that acknowledgement. But if you do something bad, it's going to hit you right in the face. Everybody going to come to you. Be like, hey, I saw you on the news. You was doing this and that. But
right.
It's like when you up and coming, and it's like you don't get that too often. But it helps sometimes when that person comes to you and be like, yo, give you that pat on the back, like, and let you know what you're doing.
Right.
That's just the thing. I just feel like it get overpassed. When you succeeding, it gets overpassed at the end of the day. And that's all right at the end of the day. You gotta be your own support at the end of the day.
Right.
That's just how I look at it as.
True. So because like it's just a lot of late nights, early mornings, but it's also a lot of loneliness that is in the life of an entrepreneur. Yeah. And like you said, you just have to keep that focus. And when I mean focus, just like, how they have the blinders on the horses, because we do the social media era, it's easy to go to somebody else's page that they may be in your field and feel like not even that I'm better than them. And they just, maybe been doing, but it's like, I can do it big or just as bigger. Like, what keeps you from looking at certain situations, outside of supporting that person, but just feeling like, damn, man, like I ain't where I'm supposed to be, or comparing yourself to others?
I feel like once you start comparing yourself to others, that's where you lost. At the end of the day, I mean, that's your talent. You know what I mean? It's your style. It's basically how you create yourself. At the end of the day, what you're doing is you're creating yourself. You're making yourself the person who you want to be. It's not about you seeing that person, I want to be like that person. Yeah. I feel like that's where you lost. You got to brand yourself, create yourself, get your own style, and then run with it at the end of the day. Like, I mean, it's funny that you said that, because I was looking at a video that was done in DC just a minute ago. That's actually one of the first people that I saw to actually do somewhat what I do. And I was looking at this video and I was like, oh, all right, that looked good. I actually liked it. I gave him his props, like, yeah, that joint looked all right. And that made me grind on my next video.
Yeah.
That made me grind, like, all right, you know what I mean? All right, because a lot of people don't know, like, just doing, like, just the videos and stuff like that. I've only been doing it less than 6 months. Like, my videos, less than about 6 months. About 6 months heavy.
Damn.
When I first started out, I started out with an iPad on just joining on there. The next thing you know, I got a MacBook Pro, and I just start using Final Cut Pro. And the Final Cut Pro, I'm only like 4 months in using it. So it's totally different with trying to learn a whole process, trying to learn a new system on how to work it. Or you got to really stay focused. You got to put yourself, and you got to be tunnel vision at the end of the day.
Right.
Main thing is you got to be tunnel vision. And like when I first started out, I wasn't tunnel vision. I had so much other things to do, and just ripping and running, and it's just like I got tunnel vision, you know what I mean? I got a 4-year-old son.
Yeah.
Just dealing with that or whatever. But I mean, you find your ways, and you just gotta sit down, just make time at the end of the day.
And to switch gears a little bit, because you being a father, how does entrepreneurship, like how important is that part of your life when it comes to you being a father, so that your child sees not only does he have a job, but he's out here everywhere, ripping and running, getting it.
I mean, you gotta sit down. Sometimes it is that time where you gotta sit down with your son and not take that business call or whatever you're doing, and go to the park with your son, or just do whatever. I mean, even times I had like a little photo shoot where it's not too big, nothing too crazy. He may come. Like my son picks up a camera and he knows how to like almost use my camera. Like he takes pictures with my camera. You better not drop my camera, but
yeah.
But he knows how to take pictures. He knows how to take pictures with my camera, and he wants to learn. Even with like when I'll be working with construction and tools, like he picks up on things so fast. To me it's crazy. And like he know how to use certain tools. He know what it is. Like he just wants. He's that daddy. I want to help. Daddy, I want to help. And that's the main thing. That's also spending time with him, teaching him how to do other things. And like I said, just with this business, it's like eventually, I hope I can sit there and pass something down to him.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I mean, most Black African Americans, they can't pass nothing down to their kids. I mean, they
besides football or basketball.
Yeah, football, basketball, money, or whatever the case may be. But it's other things. It's knowledge out there that you can pass down to your kids, and that's the main thing, the main focus. That's basically what I'm trying to do with my son. If I can do it, he can do it also. He can learn. He may not want to do it or whatever the case. That's fine. That's cool. That's not his dream. It's mine. So I'm not going to force him to do any of that. But listen, we're going to show him something to see where he go, what path he takes at the end of the day.
Right. It's crazy because 50 Cent said his son is going to be his second son, not his first one. They don't talk, but his second son is going to be a better version of him. And Dame Dash, I'm not sure if you've seen that interview, but he was on the Breakfast Club talking about, like, what if your kids aren't as strong as you, kind of thing. What if your kids aren't as strong as you? Like, he was basically saying, like, the reason why he goes so hard and he hustles because, you never know who's coming after you. You always try to set that guideline, be that guidance for them, and always try to set the example. But you never know. Like, a lot of these companies aren't going to allow you to fall back. But when you're building something as yourself, they always have that because that's homegrown. So it's just like kind of, you remind me a lot of, what I heard from Dame on the Breakfast Club, just talking about generational wealth and really getting them started off young. And why do you think more parents don't put themselves in positions to do that for their kids?
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of parents and a lot of people just get in the situation of the American dream, or just American life at the end of the day. So I look at it as like the American dream is having a 9-to-5, getting a college degree, being a doctor, and this and that. That's like the American dream. I feel like everybody gets trapped into it. But if you expand your mind, there's more things out there. You know what I mean? You got Crazy, man. You got Bill Gates that have $1 million company. Why can't you have $1 million company? Why can't you start your own stuff and have $1 million company? Mm-hmm. I get it. He has the money. I get it. He started off. I get that. But why can't you do that at the end of the day? Why can't you start something up and pass it down to your kids and just run with that? I just feel like I said, a lot of people they don't feel like they have the time. You're sitting there, you're working for another man. Why not work for yourself? And that's my ultimate goal, is to try to do that. But you know what I mean? But it's hard at the end of the day. It's hard to sit there and try to work for yourself and build that brand when you got bills.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people sometimes are just afraid to step out of their comfort zone. Afraid to lose $100. Just afraid just to start something and to learn something new. That's what I think a lot of people are stuck on. They don't want to learn something new or learn something that can create more money for them at the end of the day.
Mm. Wow. Because we never know what's going to come to us. Like, no one foreseen a pandemic coming, especially one as bad as this one has gotten. So when that hit, what was your mindset, for you and your businesses? Because like I said, no one foreseen it. And you even seen a lot of Fortune 500 businesses going under. You've seen the disrespect for small businesses and them giving big businesses billions and then small businesses crumbs. It's like, when you look around the landscape, what did you tell yourself that got you out of it?
What got me out of that?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. Let me see, the pandemic, by me working for Tesla, I travel a lot. Since the pandemic hit, I was basically in California. I was out there for 3 months working out there. So as soon as it hit, we had to basically come back. And when I came back, I was staying with my grandparents. At the end of the day, a lot of people don't I was staying with my grandparents for a little bit. The next thing you know, I actually started staying with my dad's house. And just by staying there, I ain't gonna say it was hard, everything was good there or whatever the case may be, but it's just not having your own.
Yeah.
My business wasn't booming, it wasn't really doing nothing. So then it's one night I just was I was just looking for a place to stay or whatever, a place just my own, to have my own back again. So I just filled it out. My credit wasn't too good, stuff just wasn't. I just took a leap of faith. Filled this joint out. The next morning, the board called me, and basically I got approved for the place. They didn't even think of it. As soon as I got approved in the place, that's when I just went into tunnel vision. I was by myself, and it was I just started working. I bought a MacBook. I always had my camera, but that's just the pandemic. I can say that, a lot of say the pandemic may have messed them up or whatever the case may be. To me, it did me good. It treated me good. I don't know. I just got into the pandemic. I just got into a tunnel vision mode. And at the end of the day, I got my own place. My business is booming. So I'm up and running. That don't mean everything's good. That don't mean everything's successful. That don't mean I got money. That don't mean all that. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm standing.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I mean? A lot of people get in a trap where at the end of the day, you gotta be thankful for what you have.
Right.
Not really what you want or what you're trying to get. I'm thankful for what I live. I'm thankful for the car I drive. I'm thankful for what I live. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I think J. Cole, he said something like this. At the end of the day, is you will always have a bigger house. You always gonna have a better car. But at the end of the day, you still gonna want more.
Yeah.
You still gonna want a new house. You still gonna want a bigger house. But at the end of the day, if you're thankful for what you got, I'm good. And that's just how I live my life. I just feel like I'm just thankful for all the opportunities, everything that comes my way. And then I'm not looking for more. If it comes, it comes. I'm just thankful. And that's why I think how I am. That's why I live the way I live.
So gratitude is my attitude, and that's why I'm always blessed. And that's one of the quotes I remember someone saying. I think it was Charlemagne the God. But is it safe to say that because you didn't buckle during the pandemic, and a lot of people seen that and respected that? Because let's be honest, the pandemic hit, I'm pretty sure you've seen on your timeline, a lot of businesses that you was, probably had an eye out for, things like that. you just didn't see them. And now you see people back, working their regular job, which is nothing wrong with it, but it's like shit is going to happen all the time. So do you think that because people seen you double down and get locked in, this tunnel vision, as you like to say, that they say, you know what, this is the guy I really want to do business with. This is the guy that could bring my vision to life for this minute to 2 minute period.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, like I feel the like versatile lifestyle. If you you have to be able to adapt to anything. At the end of the day, I feel like I can walk in a room, or I want to build people that can basically walk in a room and adapt to their surroundings, adapt to everything that's going on. Because that's how you just going to make it. You got to sit here and adapt. You got to think about it. We talk to probably throughout the week, you probably talk to 100 people throughout the week. Probably did more than that. You know how many times we have to adapt and change the way you talk just because of the different people that you are around, or basically sometimes even how you carry yourself, especially being a Black African American.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you have to be able to change how you persuade yourself, how you do things at the end of the day. You just can't be always that one person. And it's not being fake at the end of the day. It's just all about living, all about what you're going to do as a person. And I just feel like, I mean, with the pandemic, I found a way to adapt. I found a way basically to just grow. At the end of the day, I always had it in me, or whatever the case may be, but it hit, and that's what it ran with.
So how many no's did you hear before you got to your first yes? Because a lot of people, like I said, they see a success, and then they can see like, oh, so all I gotta do is get in touch with this person or that person. And it's like you don't even know the half. Like,
I mean, yeah, like I said, like with my clothing line, it was like it's a lot of no's, especially doing clothing. It's like, why would I wear your clothing? For what? I can go in the store and go buy Polo, Gucci. I can go buy this. I can go buy that. But what? Why? Why I'm gonna put your shirt on? For what?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main thing that you gotta sit there and think about. Like, people be starting these brands and there's a lot of work that goes into it behind the scenes that people don't know. It's just not just slapping a logo on a shirt and thinking that people just gonna wear it. It's just not that easy. It's just not putting a video together and thinking people gonna want to see that video. It's the passion, and it's a lot of work that you just gotta put behind the scenes to make that happen. And it's a lot of no's. Like, I still get no's done now. That don't mean I'm gonna stop. If you got an event going on, a party going on, I'm gonna send you something like, this is what I offer. This is a package. They may like it, they may not, but you're gonna get turned down in this business. And you gotta just keep pushing. At the end of the day, that's something that you gotta focus on. Like, no. To me, no is a yes. Cool. You told me no.
All right. It saves us both time.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, and I mean, that's another thing. All business is not good business. All money is not good money.
Right.
At the end of the day, you're gonna learn how your business works, how it goes left and right. It's just all about how, like I said, how you adapt with your business, how you basically cater to that crowd, which way you want to go. And my thing is, I want to cater to all crowds. Like, you see, I do parties, I do kids parties. I got an event this Saturday. And I got an event on Monday. First time I'm having an event on a Monday, so right after work. So yeah, it's tough, but I'm gonna take it and run with it. I'm gonna find a way at the end of the day.
So would you rather do a kids party or, I guess, an adult kind of party or event?
There's nothing wrong with a kids party.
Yeah.
But adult party, you're gonna have more fun. I'm just being real with you. You're gonna have more fun.
Yeah. Got you.
Adult party, you know what I mean? Kids party it's a lot of fun. It's fun also. You see so many kids, so many different kids just learning and just picking up just new things, and just different characters and kids is just crazy nowadays. Like, every kid is different. Like, every kid is just different. So I'd rather do like an older party though. I'm not gonna lie. That's more basically what I feel for. But the kids' parties is booming too.
Yeah.
It is booming.
Everybody, I think, is in a not a rush, but is out to make it seem like they do more for their kid than the next person. So that could be leading into it, or people want to look like they're doing more than the next person. To switch gears a little bit, and I know I said that before, they say success breeds envy. So as you get more, as your name gets out there, more versatile brand, versatile lifestyle, whether it be photography, clothing, videography, do you see that shake up within your circle kind of like, or, family, friends where, maybe you getting a couple more hands out like, hey, you got it. So, you know what I'm saying? Are you getting more of the little slight comments here or there where you're like, oh, I didn't know you felt that way, but I guess now we're gonna have to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel though, you know, what I mean, as growing a business, you're gonna lose friendships at the end of the day. You're gonna lose fans at the end of the day. But I just feel though that if you lose that friendship, eventually, I feel though down the end of the line, if that person was a true friendship, and y'all was really that cool, y'all gonna be able to talk about that. Y'all gonna be able to understand both situations. Y'all gonna be able to understand basically where I was coming from. You understand where you was coming from, and I feel like y'all eventually come back and unite at the end of the day. But like I said, you gotta. I just feel like sometimes to be successful, you gotta surround yourself around successful people. You gotta set your goals to people that's better than you. If I be around all average people, then I'm gonna be average.
Right.
So you know what I mean. If I start getting into photography, and you know what I mean, if I'm the best photographer out there, how am I getting better in my
Yeah.
circle? So yeah, you gotta start surrounding yourself that around people that's also better than you, and not sit there and think that you the best out there.
Right.
End of the day, I'm looking for someone. I link up with other photographers that's better than me, and I'm back. I'm trying to learn from that person, or whatever the case may be. So
Right.
I feel like you gotta. I mean, you gotta keep your circle. Your circle. You gotta keep your circle close at the end of the day. But they also got willing to grow. Also.
Right. Right. So you talk about linking up with people that's like minded and you feel that's better than you. Well, what if someone were to say, but Keith, how do I do that? I have an Instagram, I work. How do I meet new people and like minded people better than me? Because look, I don't want to just not be around my friends. I don't want to feel like I'm calling my friends average.
You gotta. I mean, at the end of the day, bring your friends along with you.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, if your friends is your friends, they're gonna support you. So at the end of the day, I mean, you find somebody else or whatever the case may be. Like when I do stuff, like my boys, sometimes they come with me,
Mm.
and then I mean, they meet other people. I mean, at the end of the day, that may spark an idea in your head, something that you might want to do, and now you may have your own business just for being around that person. So
Right.
it's like I said, you got to be able to be able to want to expand yourself, expand your knowledge, and learn. I mean, knowledge is very powerful at the end of the day.
Mm. So we talked about earlier the versatility of your brand, and I like it because it really, like, people call their brands or whatever they're trying to do, they give it a name, and there's not like the stuff that the name stands for, they don't mirror that.
Yeah.
Now, from what I've been hearing from you, from what I've been talking to you about, like you really mirror versatile lifestyle. Now, versatile clothing, not versatile photography, versatile lifestyle, meaning I'm also an electrician. I can also add something on to something that you may not even already know that I got planned to do. I can also do another thing. I can also do this. When did you notice, like, I'm on to something here? Like, when was that moment where you just kind of sat and was like, all right, we not just, this ain't the beginning, no, like, we really on to something. Like, I could really make some noise at this.
I mean, I noticed that like after like I said, by helping the two brands
Mm-hmm.
would just help like us started just helping each other. I noticed that I started seeing them growing. And then actually, I started seeing myself growing. So it's just more of like I said, they gave me the opportunity for it to do it. I took a step back and learned what I had to learn or whatever. And my videos started getting more and more out there. So I started noticing like, oh, I started noticing things that I didn't even notice what I was doing. And like I said, even with the making videos, like I said, I'm branding your company, not even noticing it. And then it's funny because I got a phone call from somebody and they calling me like, yeah, I hear you brand companies, you help basically your company grow this and that. And me, I'm like, I don't do that, but I don't do that at all. I mean, I just take pictures, I make videos or whatever. But
Right.
it's funny. After I got off that phone call and I thought about it, I'm like,
Oh shit.
yeah, that's kind of somewhat what I do. I
Yeah.
help people and I brand or whatever the case may be. Is like, I have this one company, it's a nursing agency.
Mm.
And it's like, I try to help her to my best of my ability. I don't always know the answers. I don't always know everything. So she may come to me or whatever, and she may need like a logo. I do logos here and there. You know what I mean? I'm not the best at doing logos, but if I can do it, I'll get it done. If I can't do it, I'll find somebody for you that can do it. So like she came to me and she had a website. She needed a website done, and she wanted to add an application to her website. Didn't know how to do that at all. And it's like, people come to me with these questions. It's like, all right, give me a couple of days, and I mean, I'll figure it out for you. Made a couple phone calls, and basically linked her up with somebody, and they got the application put on her website.
Mm.
Calls me back, yeah, thank you. It was a big help. You know what I mean? It was a big help by adding this application to my website. And now people's able to go to her website and fill out an application. And it's like me just being a middleman. I didn't ask for nothing or anything like that. It's just some fact of, that's when I noticed like I'm starting to go places. I'm starting to do things. When people start asking you for things that you don't know, or people just start coming to you for like resources. Because I feel like I was that person one time, going to somebody like, yo, how you do this? How you do that? And it's like now people are coming to me asking me certain things, and it's at the end of the day, like sometimes I try to keep it real with you. I mean, I'll find the answer, but also you gotta remember, I'm still learning. I got certain people that want to help, that want me to help them teach them how to do videos. And I sit there and tell them like, listen, I learn on the fly. Like half of the time, like I learn on the fly. You know what I mean? I go to YouTube every now and then and try to type something in and figure it out. But it's like you got to be willing to learn it. You got to be able to learn it yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for somebody to hand out, you're waiting for somebody to teach you, it ain't happening.
You're gonna be waiting forever.
Yeah, you're gonna be waiting forever. So that's when I start noticing, like when people start coming to me and asking me more questions and seeing other brands around me that helped me start growing. That's when I noticed that, all right, I got something going on here. I got something, I can actually work with this. I actually can do this.
Nice. That's heavy, bro. So we talked about that, and like in the grand scheme of things, you know, it kind of all boils back to how important do you feel like the answer I don't know is? Because like you said, you told her like I don't know, but I can find that answer out for you. And I think people respect that about you because you're willing to tell them the truth to get an answer for them. Like a lot of people will bullshit you like, yeah, sure, yeah, cool, I got it. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then it never get done. Or you gotta find out how you're gonna tell them that you actually don't know how to do it after you already told them that you do. So you just being upfront honest, like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know. But yo, let me make a couple calls for you, because not only does it look like you're connected, but I can trust Marquise. He's trustworthy. Yeah. So not only is that, but I can do business with you, and I'd be willing to put my name on the line to say, I trust this person. If you want to do business with him, if this is what you want to do, get with this man.
Yeah. So
am I correct by that?
Yeah, it's all about trust with business. You know what I mean? I don't want to do business with somebody that I can't trust. I'm sure nobody don't want to do business with me that they can't trust me or whatever the case may be is. But it's just, I feel like you gotta be real with anything that you do. Like, just be like, a lot of people sometimes I'm just blunt. I just say how it is or whatever.
That too much, man.
It is what it is. Like, if you can't respect that, then I don't know what to tell you.
Right. And I'll be feeling that way too. But I guess it depends on who I'm being too blunt with, because then you'll feel like, all right, maybe I hurt this person's feelings by being a little too blunt. But
and it's also how you come off.
Yeah. So, just try not to do that. But Yeah, man. Because why do you think it's so hard for people just to be honest?
I just think people just don't want to accept the truth.
Mm,
That's where I just think it comes down to. People just don't want to accept that. People don't want to. Everybody want to sugarcoat things.
right.
Why? Or basically, I feel like a lot of people don't want to be honest because they still always want to be on top.
Right.
Just because you're not being honest, that don't mean you can't be on top. That don't mean you can't grow.
Mm.
I sit here and tell you a million things or tell you this and that to build myself up. And the next thing you know, you go and find out you find the real in me from somebody else.
Right. Right.
Or later down the line, or basically how I treat you. So what's
Right.
the point? Like, just be honest from the rip, and you be good. At the end of the day, a lot of people respect you that way.
Do you think that comes from them being afraid that if they're honest, that person won't want to deal with them?
Yeah,
When it's the
I think
complete
so.
opposite way?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that happens a lot. I feel though that I just feel like I don't know. And then also I feel like even dealing with people at the end of the day, I just feel like a lot of times like you go into a situation and like you may be cool with somebody and you may just met them or whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, like we're all about to be 30. I just feel like a lot of people now is you can't change people now. That's just how they are.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at trying to change somebody around this time, for what? That's how they've been for this long.
Yeah. Like
That's how they've been.
they gotta do it. I'll throw out some motivational quotes, but I ain't walking your hand now. Like
Exactly.
you gotta do it. And then I'm gonna come back and like, yo, see, I knew this was here, but now you know I couldn't waste time banking on you.
Like you're
You
not
know,
gonna want to change. You've been doing this for the last 20 years of how
yeah.
you wanted to do it, and I feel like that's the people that try to make that change in that person. That's where they fail at, and it's like, Dad, you really thought they can change, but in the end of the day, they're not gonna change.
Mm.
That's where I feel like you get stuck at, and you just get stuck. Like, damn, I really had belief that person would change. Nah, stop having belief in people that's gonna change. That you said
Yeah.
they've been doing it for 20 years now. What make you
Right,
think
right.
it's gonna change after that 1 year? I mean, you just met that person.
Right, right. I mean, hey, listen, man, some people just hold on to just bad situations and bad relationships, so to speak. Like, and that's not even just, your spouse, but just friendships,
Mm-hmm.
family members. They just feel like they have to be the savior for everybody. So my thing is, with your growing success, like I'm pretty sure you have people looking at you like this is the savior. So how do you be that bearer of bad news when you like, yo, look, I got bills, or yo, I got a kid, or hey, I don't know what you think I got in my bank account, but I'm doing good, but not as good as you think I am to be just giving stuff out like that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of people like me. I get every now and then, but it's because I'm always out there.
Mm-hmm.
I may be at a party this night. I may be here. I may be there. And they think, you know what I mean? Hey, you always out. You know what I mean? You having fun. You this and that.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm also tired.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's like I'm tired at the end of the day, and people don't realize, you know what I mean? I picked up this passion. I picked up this camera also to help me get over that hump.
Yeah.
Also to help me pay bills or whatever the case may be is or whatever. Like this not extra money. This money that's going back into the camera, back
Yeah.
into my product, my stuff, so I can get better equipment, better this, better that. If you
Mm.
not the money that you make, if you're not putting it back into your business, you're gonna fail.
Investing in you.
Yeah, basically investing in you. I can go make $200 right now, and I can go right to the liquor store. I can go to the club and spend that $200.
Right.
Or I could take it and invest it back in my equipment or whatever the case may be is. And a lot of people
Which
don't
make you
realize that.
more down the line.
Yeah, a lot of people think that, you know what I mean, you're making all this money, this and that, and it's just sitting. Eventually, it got to get spent somewhere
Yeah.
at the end of the day. I mean, you can hold on to all you want, but it got to get spent somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm a regular person at the end of the day. I got bills just like you got bills. So,
So it just comes down to you knowing when to work hard, when to invest, and also you have that balance of all right, now I can play. Like I didn't check everything, I didn't invested here, my bills is cool, my young and good. It's time for me to play a little bit. Like when does Key say, all right, it's time for me and the boys to play real quick. Like it's we've been grinding for a little while. It's time to let loose.
It's funny that you said that because like before the business, I feel like I could play.
Yeah.
Now it's like I'm making a little bit extra money here and there. I feel like I can't play.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't play. Like I feel like right now it's like I feel like it's so many other things that I want to do and put money here and there. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's not time for the play, but as of right now, it ain't time for that.
Right.
It's not even no time to play or whatever. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But it's like I got money that got to go to other places,
Right.
and do what I got to do at the end of the day.
Mm.
As of right now, like I said, it ain't no playing over here. my playing my playing is on this computer. My playing is at night. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just chilling in my crib. You know what I mean? Just having a couple people over, having a little couple drinks or whatever. That's really my play nowadays.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel like, bro, like you talked about having that passion. That is what carries you. Because a lot of people don't know, like they'll start the business and then that honeymoon phase where the first 2 weeks to a month, they're like, yo, I'm really going hard. I'm really going at it. This is great. I'm gonna leave my job in like 2 weeks. I can't wait. But you're going to reach that fatigue phase. And I think that's where passion is going to take you past that because you love what you do. And not only that, but delayed gratification. You understand this is going to take you somewhere that you see yourself going. So it's easier for you to say, look, I'm tired, but this needs to get done now. And then look, I may not be able to get the best sleep tonight, but tomorrow night I'll be good. Knowing that I got this done and I was responsible enough to get it done when I said I was going to get it done.
Yeah, like a prime example, like even like what is it, last night? I think it was like 2 nights ago. And like I told you, I was watching a video and I saw he did some good work and it's just and that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just tired and I really I want to sleep. I fell asleep. Don't you know I wake up 1 o'clock in the morning, gotta be at work 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up 1 o'clock in the morning and I just have an idea. Ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the laptop out, start editing the video. Edit the video, I make a video or whatever, right? And that joint was lit. It was a nice video. So I did a promotion video. Actually, I did a promotion video for a club in Camden, Mangoes.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, remember I just told you I just lost that data. That's gone. Lost it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people right there be like, dang, it's over.
Right.
I'm gonna get back on this computer and create that joint somehow again, or whatever the case may be. But you just gotta keep going, like at the end of the day.
Mm.
I was just in Atlanta, 2-3 weeks ago, just going out there, and it was more like I went out there basically just to get more exposure. I was just in a party scene. I did a little a little video for that, and next thing you know, I come back now. I got a little bit of exposure with that. So I mean, I feel like I put myself out there. You know, what I mean, I really didn't get like, I had to basically upfront everything, pay for my hotel and stuff like that. But you know, what I mean, it was people out there that looked out for me and made it happen.
Mm. That's lit, man. And like your network is your net worth. So it's like the more you kind of get yourself out there, because people think that I'm gonna just put this on my timeline. Regardless, you can have 20,000 followers or 500. Like you throwing it on your timeline and your story and just think that that's all you need to do. It's like, nah, bro, you still got to put that groundwork in. Like you could be a ShopRite, you could be picking Young Enough from daycare or on the way to go get them, stopping at Wawa. Like, people don't understand how much of a people person you have to be. So break that down to how important you think that is to the growth of where you've been and where you're going.
I mean, if like all my boys, and if you really know me, I'm not a people person. Like I'm not a people person. I'll snap in a minute on like I'm just not a people person.
Yeah.
But it just comes with the passion of basically what you want your business to grow at the end of the day. Like you just gotta be also willing to be able to just to talk to people. Like, and I just feel like I'm more of a naturally talker. Like I don't write nothing down. I'm more naturally with everything. And when people start talking to me, I just start talking naturally. Everything is natural. It's just, that's just how I am. I don't like nothing's really written down and planned. I just go off of it, and that's how I feel like I even learned. I feel like that's just how I communicate. It's just all natural. And
Right.
then,
So in closing, I wanted to kind of switch things up for you a little bit. Do you think that it's smart to pursue love in the beginning of your purpose and your passion, or wait until it kind of takes off?
mm,
Because sometimes you can look at a situation and say, all right, if I wasn't trying to give my all to this person, I've heard a lot of guys say this, a lot of women too. If I wasn't trying to give my all to this person, this would be a lot further. Or, damn, I wish I would have looked and found that interest in someone prior to getting up to this point, because now everybody's looking at me like this god or goddess, and now I'm like, I don't even know if you really fuck with me or not.
man, that's tough because I find that a lot of like with me, like I just feel like I go hard in the beginning, and it's like trying to find out at the end of the day, damn, I just went that hard, but really, do this person really fuck with me like that? I just
Right.
like that's just me. That's just how I am at the end of the day. For some reason, I
Mm-hmm.
just go hard at the end of the day, and if it's my loss, it's my loss. But at the end of the day, I look at it as not my loss. You you lost something special, not me.
Right, right, right.
At the end
That's
of
your
the day,
loss. I ain't regular. You
yeah,
regular for not seeing this.
yeah, you regular for not seeing it. Like I mean,
Mhm.
you lost something. I didn't lose nothing at the end of the day. You know what I mean? A loss is a win to me. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it as. You know what I mean? If you don't want to be around, or if you don't want to be around, you want to be in my circle, or whatever the case may be, or whatever what I'm doing. And not saying that, you know what I mean, I'm this type of person, I got it all, I got this, nothing like that. But at the end of the day, respect my hustle, respect what I'm doing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Like, I will give you my all, but at the end of the day, will you do the same?
Mm.
That's the problem with it. I feel like a lot of people at the end of the day, I feel like for me, sometimes can't match my energy
Yeah.
all the time. That's all I'm asking for is just respect and just match my energy.
Mm.
And
Well, like I said, in the social media era, it seems like it's trying to find a needle in a haystack when you're trying to look for that energy to be matched, because you either got someone trying to look for a sponsor, and then you do find certain people that do want a partnership. So I think that's what a lot of us that's, pursuing something bigger than ourselves are having a hard time finding, because certain things that we would accept back in the day prior to having this mindset, you're looking at it now like, yo, you can't even get near me. Like, yo, this ain't even gonna last past a week. You just having conversation like, this ain't, yo, this a bird right here. Like, oh
but
no.
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it's funny that you said it because sometimes that conversation is fun.
Yeah.
sometimes
Straight up.
sometimes that conversation is fun, but I mean, sometimes you gotta learn to separate yourself from that energy.
Mm.
I mean, even though I'm not if it's bad energy or if it's like some people just it's just toxic at the end of the day.
Mm.
You just gotta learn to basically to separate yourself from that, or you know what I mean. You can help that person grow. And then
Right.
you're gonna try to make that person change or whatever the case may be. But once again, I feel like you trying to get that person to change after 20 years, after that's just how they've been.
Yeah. Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck with that at the end of the day. So it's like I feel like you dealing with you dealing with another person. It's like you got to be able to like everybody has flaws. You got to be able to accept those flaws. But it's like, what flaws are you really gonna think about that you're going to accept? Because I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I feel like everybody got issues at the end of the day, but some people got less issues, some people got more. It's just basically how you handle and how you can level out that person that you're dealing with at the end of
Mm.
the day. Are you willing to accept that what that person got going on and maybe help them fix that? Are you willing to just be able to be like, all right, that person a little crazy, but you know what I mean? I can calm her down or whatever the case may be is, or you
Yeah.
know what I mean? My bull, he be snapping when he drunk, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can fix that or whatever the case may be. So it's like it's even with a friendship, you gotta be able to feel like what can you accept in your circle and what can you run with at the end of the day.
Right. Right. And that's great advice, man. I haven't really looked at it like that. So, it's definitely dope. But my man Keith, bro, I really appreciate you pulling through, man. If you can, tell these people where they can find you out on your social media platforms.
Yes, my social media master platform is on Instagram, VST Lifestyle. Also, I am on Facebook as Versatile Lifestyle. That Facebook page is getting set up slowly, but you also can find me on Facebook at Marquise Alfred. My email is also vstlifestyle@gmail.com. You can go on there, email me anything that you have. If you want a book or anything like that, that's where to find me at.
Got you guys. And I'm your host of the World of Q podcast, Karan, man. It's been a pleasure. You know what I mean, sitting down with you guys. We out.
Thanks for having me, bro.
My boy.